Hello, and welcome back to Monster Train. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be back. Apparently, longtime friend of the show, Derps, has reached out and said that there was a buff to a particular hero for Umbra, which I think would be a lot of fun. The one that focuses on gorging. So I've been racking my brain thinking, what is the shortcomings for me playing Umbra where I feel as though it's difficult to play? And I think that it really comes down to not having enough spell removal to take out the things that are important. So at first I thought about Stygian, because Stygian's a lot of fun. In fact, I think Stygian's probably one of my favorite factions. I love the spell weakness, I love the frostbite. But we'll go with Hellhorn, which is much more built on being like a DPS rage. And if you can get a quick spell on some of our big fed Umbra people, that'll be fun. So in case you're new to the game, let's just talk about what this is. You're, doing basically tower defense on 3 different floors by playing cards that you have in a deck that you're improving over time. So random starting cards will come in because we're at Covenant level 8 and we're trying to go up. And the last boss is going to consume our spells if we can make it to him. So I really like the Crucible of Extension, and Vent helps a lot as well because it deals damage on the whole floor. And Lifesteal and Ember Drain, it's interesting, but I'm not sure that Ember Drain is that great. And we did not get the buffed hero for this faction, so instead let's try getting like a big wide floor. Wherever we put our boss dude, the floor will be extended so we can hold more units on it. A morsel miner on each floor? That's more interesting to me than the other relic. So what that does is at the start of every combat, there will be a morsel summoned on each floor, and those are consumed by our other units to become more powerful. And the enemy can start on each floor as well. That's fine, and we'll get 75 additional gold for doing this. My god, I'm already excited for this run. Let's see what we can do. Now, in particular, these units are super bad because they come in with a bunch of rage, so when they're on every floor, it's kind of crap. The next thing I need to say is our particular spells that we started with, like we didn't start with another hero that I could put in front of something somewhere, so it seems to me like I'm going to try and vent out this floor with my last mana to kill all of that, and I should put this guy here to eat this morsel. And that kind of gets us somewhere. We're going to lose the morsel on the bottom floor, but all of a sudden we're into like a decent spot moving forward. Another vent. I want to kill this lady, but I also think killing both of these people is good. So putting both these guys here helps, it buys us time, and then we'll just kill the healer in the back. I could give someone Lifesteal and Ember Drain, but Ember Drain means in the following turn we'll have less energy to play cards. A wider floor wouldn't be too bad, because then I could put a Train Steward on this floor, but I think what's best would be to kill one of these archers. And then just start using that space. And maybe feed our big baddie a little bit more. Getting another Train Steward in there would be nice, but I don't want to limit myself to not being able to put morsels on the floor in the future. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are pips in the top left that show just how much capacity a floor can take, and every minion or monster takes some space. So, bad news bears, the bottom floor is looking rough, and these miners don't actually give us anything except a little bit of energy on the following turn. So we're gonna have to hold off and hopefully build up a stronger floor to defeat the boss. We're really not getting powerful cards here. I don't know why I have more energy than I expected, but I have more energy than I expected. And we only got some baby attack spells and no more morsels, but it turns out that we are going to win anyway. Because our boys are strong, and there's a lot of them on one particular floor. Which I feel is the best way of handling bosses. Unless you have something like spell damage you're going to apply on a lower floor to kill them on a higher floor, you just want one big floor that is very powerful. I like the removal of Slay and add 2 uncommons. And I like the imps. Though ascending a unit could be really good for us. Because it would allow us to bring units up in a way or ascend the baddies. I haven't used Hidden Passage, so let's see about using that for some effect. And we'll go this way and improve our units. Right now for units, we only have Trained Stewards and our big boy. Now, the Horned Warrior is really good at putting behind our main boss, but I think I'd rather have another tank early. And then Endless. Oh, that would have been great if we had grabbed an Imp. Imps are particularly powerful once you give them Endless. But we'll give it to our Rail Beater, who's going to go on the bottom floor. And get a bunch of attack. And I'd want to get rid of one of these torches, which I'll pay 50 gold to do, to purge. Because we already have a few too many purges and basic cards in general. But we got a replacement that kills things for 3 damage, which is more than 2. And then gives us morsels for using it. Enemies coming in with spikes seems bad, but if we don't take these risks, then I don't feel like we'll get the power creep we need. Oh yeah, we got these endless guns. So this spiky Brewster here seems good. Now I would also like to put my champion, but instead I think I'm going to put him on the middle floor so that in the future I can ascend things to that floor. And then we're going to kill you and kill you. And remember that bottom floor guy here is endless, meaning that he will come back to life after death. Morsel time, baby. And get one more morsel. Did you just incant? Oh, he did too. He gets stronger every time I do a spell on his floor, and I could have done... Well, I couldn't have done that spell up there, but I want to have. Damage shield. Life steal. I think I want to make my main boy strong. Oh, we have an issue though, because this morsel has an attack power of 2 and a health of 1, which means he'll attack and die if I put him anywhere other than the top row right now. And then I'll put something on the top row, probably a Trained Steward or something. Or my main boss. It's kind of a good time for it. We have an Ascend. It's different, so I want to... Oh, whoa! I thought that the floor would be expanded because he... That's a mistake. He expands the floors that he's on by 2. I didn't think what that meant was he literally expands 1 floor by 2. That is double plus ungood. So I'm going to use this floor and then vent to kill those baddies. And our boy downstairs is going to do some damage. 125 damage I think I saw. And then, because he's endless, we get him again. It's just brilliant. Boom, baby. So I feel pretty good about this run so far. I've been really struggling to launch in a couple of the runs that we've had, but these have been good. I really like this Prismal Dust card, because sometimes you have a lot of energy and you don't have anything to do with it, and that's a really good outlet, but we already have X on Vent. I'm going to take it and hope that we end up getting a Relic. Ooh, more Ascension. But no, let's get a Welder Helper. And get more... Second, I'm trying to English right now. There is a relic that gives you a bonus when you play X cards, and we are going to try and go for that relic. But for now, we have the option of upgrading our spells, which would be good. We have a couple of spells that could really benefit from some upgrades. Or we could go over here, heal our Pyre, which is useless, but duplicate a card. And I think duplicating our Endless Rail Beater is just hilarious. It means that we're way more likely to start with him, and the fact that he's endless, it's just, we're in a good spot. Oh, I shouldn't have used the heal, because I could potentially spend health here. Give a card Purge. I like doing that to my Train Stewards, because I don't need a Train Steward. I don't need a lot of the cards I have, but Spell Power wouldn't have helped the Morsel card. And I still want to get rid of some of those flame cards, but they're not as powerful as getting rid of one of your other cards. I'm confused by a text I got of anybody interested in backing a Narsehole with me to save a few bucks. I'm assuming they're talking about like a Kickstarter board game or something. By the way, a lot of the people I communicate with play board games all the time because that's just the world I live in. But it's just crazy. Okay, let's make the top floor real tough. I kind of want to kill one of these. Nope. I was really hoping for the Gorge champion, but you know what? We're hopefully going to get that on a future run. And maybe we'll get the relic that lets you do Gorge effects twice or something. It felt pretty good. I wanted to ascend a unit, but I haven't done the work of lining up ascending units. Especially when you're doing something like this, where you're not overloading the room because you want to keep throwing morsels in. Like maybe these guys being on the middle floor would be better. Not sure. Here's an example of Prismal Dust, though. I can go up here and give it to my hero for 2 stacks, because there's nothing else to really spend my mana on. I do really like that we started the game with Vent, and I was hoping that it would come up again, which it did. So I used one of the energies to kill that, and then the other one I used to whoosh, vent the floor. Yo. I like it too. I was always confused. I was like, why is it called Vent? And it's like, oh, because it's a freaking fire prism with fire crap going on, and you vent it through the room. And it's just good. It's just cool. Great world building game. So I definitely want to vent again for 1 energy. It's been a really good payout, but I don't want this guy to get to my Pyre for 2 damage. Which is really not a big deal. There's no way of getting multi-attack right now. Ugh. The thing is, once I vent, like, there's nothing to torch. I can't do the Crucible expansion and still vent, so I'm just gonna vent and get a little bit more damage downrange. feels pretty weak either way. We're doing good damage here, but we're not killing. The lifesteal is a good example of something that would be cool here. That's pointless. I mean, it's pointless anywhere. It's just gonna give us a little more energy next round. So 20. I can't get more damage on this guy, so I may as well just do it to the thing. I thought the lifesteal might help, because he would get hurt a little bit, and then he goes back up to 10, but he didn't go back up to 10, because he attacked first? I'm confused. I probably should have put a train steward upstairs. Actually, are we winning this right now? No, of course. He definitely won't survive the top floor. Get ready to get hammered. Yeah, that's right. Having a thick floor. I kind of liking this whole X card strategy. Every time this guy strikes, he gets 3 more attack. So you really want to put multi-strike on him? Meanwhile, this guy's gorged to gain fuel. We don't have that much morsel running along, though. And he also needs to be in the front line to do that. I'm going to take the Alpha Fiend. We'll see if we can get it to work. And I actually think that the more room on each floor is more powerful. But for now, I'm going to take energy. Just because we have so many X cards, I think that bleed over energy, like, we're going to be able to use it. And I think this is another great opportunity to go here and trash a torch and a shade splitter. A unit with endless? Oh wait, no, it goes super well on the imps. You gotta do imps with them. Every time this guy strikes, he gets 3 more attack damage, so I think that giving a bunch of health makes sense. And then 5 and 10. Sure, we'll just put all the upgrades on him. And then let's purge one of these train stewards. And then honestly, I'm going to spend my bottom dollar purging another train steward. Because now we have 3 endless units. I think we should be good. When you summon a morsel on this floor, summon a copy of it, that's pretty good for us. I should have grabbed that unit first, to be honest. That could have been good for like the health upgrade, for example. And now we can get the Gorge upgrade. He gets Lifesteal 2 and a bunch of Gorge. And the floor gets a bunch of +2s. It's pretty great. Enemies enter with spikes, but we get some good stuff for it. So, in a weird way, I want to put my main hero on the first floor and then ascend him up. Yeah. No, because now he won't gorge because I put this freaking rail beater in the way. Ugh. Okay, so I purge that, I expand this floor, and I put a rail beater. We're missing out on some stuff, but I want him to be able to gorge stuff. Not happy with how I've played this at all. The lifesteal is keeping our guy alive, but I need to ascend him. Thank you. Now I need to ascend someone else probably, or let this guy die at least. kill the healer. And gaining health... I wanted to go to my main guy, but there's no room on that floor until the front guy dies, or I can ascend this one. See, this thing is, you can go into this game with so many great strategies, but then based on the cards you draw on any given turn, it's like a nightmare scenario. But now we have an Endless Imp. The ability to vent, which is just not quite powerful enough. And our guy isn't able to gorge because I put him on a bad floor. Oh my god, some people and their kids, am I right? Meanwhile, our main guy's dying because the enemy has spikes because I'm taking the frickin' challenge. Whatever, I don't need this. Well, this guy's gonna get through. If they have 0 attack, I can give it to this top guy. Otherwise, I can give it to the imp. So they're gonna do 6 damage to our pyre here. Hey, endless rail beater time, hell yeah. Though we didn't have a chance to gorge. Oh, lifesteal. And wait for it. Lifesteal again. Oh my god, that's just beautiful. And then we'll deal damage to all them. I don't know, I think we won it. Because this guy's huge, and he's gonna like get so much strike increase. Oh, look at that go. That's so much lifesteal. Collect. When you play your 3rd card, draw 2. That works well for us because we have so much energy. I really like Excavated Umbers. That's such a great... they're all consume anyway. But because the last boss is all about consuming your spells, having a bunch of consume spells doesn't hurt that much. Summon this guy to gain 4 energy, I think is a fantastic trait, because again, we have so many X cards. And then I want to go over here. I really wanted to improve that spell that widens the floors, because I haven't had a chance to really use it. But one more Train Steward dead, even though I probably don't have to. I don't really want to be using them as far as I'm concerned. Damage Shield 2 could work well on Morsel Master. I don't want anyone to be bigger. Maybe the Pyre Chomper, but like I don't want him to survive, do I? I just want Morsel Master to be hiding out, giving everyone some good stuff. This would be a good opportunity to reroll, but it might also be a good opportunity to purge. I think I'm going to lean towards purging. Because all the wonderful things he does. One more torch. We only have the base level of draw with a bunch of energy, so we want to be drawing good cards. Enemies enter with a bunch of extra attack. Kind of works well with the fact that we are so endless with our units. And do we have a vent? Yeah, we have a vent, so that'll just kill all this. Let's make an upstairs gorge central. Okay. Make it downstairs this guy. Do a little splitter here. Oh. I'm gonna play this guy to die. Just so I have the energy to do all of these morsels upstairs. And finally, we're getting the gorge benefits on our boy. Yo! Hype City. Now I really want the Alpha Fiend in here. And I can do it if I expand. Play the Alpha Fiend. And then I can kill her, which gives the harvest. I can get... Oh, does that guy have enchant? No, he doesn't. Okay. I can give this guy more morsels to eat. And then my X cards still do nothing because I never got that relic that I wanted, but that's fine. We're gorging upstairs. Everyone's impressed. This Morsel Master needs to go upstairs for sure. This is a good time to consume and consume because I want him to die because he's endless anyway. Hidden passage to ascend. I could ascend my Morsel Miner. But I think I'd rather... This sucks. The fact that the stealth people are coming in, like that's not fun. But again, our units are so endless in so many different ways that doesn't look good. We drew them again, just like that. We put them in front again. This is such a waste with our current amount of energy. Ooh, but we get to draw more. Yes. So if we put people here, they get doubled. Just want to kill one of those stealth people. Oh, is he gonna get upstairs with a whole ton of armor? Uh-oh. I did not realize just how powerful that unit would be at the top. He's quite tanky. It's half our health just because I let one thing slip through. At least these guys are both dying. Let's still kill some. We got Morsel Miners out of it, which is... Oh. Oh, I didn't even mean to play that card. It got stuck. We could vent here for some good damage. Because I want him here. Kill this guy for me. It's fine. I don't think I want to put morsels anywhere because he's just going to harvest off them. So we'll kill one of their friends. Oh, gorge, 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 gorge. He's up to like 90-something attack. Oddly enough, I think I just put 4 damage shield on this guy. Oh, that's not even like enough though. Because they have so much stealth. At least it gets us through a lot of like those first couple turns. But ugh. At least he doesn't have like 8 stealth going into the next floor. I could put a tank up here, but I think doing 90 damage is pretty good. And then hoping for just a really good draw on the next hand. And then we can put the imp down. I think everyone's happy with that. And then our boss got the kill. We just let one guy through for 48 damage, which was quite a lot of damage. I don't think I like any of these other than Gem Trove, but even Gem Trove isn't that great. Double the armor. It's so hard to play these cards because their costs are so huge, but we also have a lot of energy coming in from a handful of sources. I think I'm going to go this way. Our spells have been lacking for the last little bit, though I wanted to cull more cards. We've done a really good job of getting the deck thin. Holdover on what? There's something really powerful about Vent, Holdover, and you always play it as your last card. And I'm going to do that, because it is just calling to me. That's our AoE removal. Reduce the cost of a card. Gem Trove is a good candidate. Double stack. I mean, double the amount of Primal Dust is pretty powerful. Whereas getting 4 Ember Drain is kind of scary. 10 magical power. Do we want to do that to the other vent or to the one that times is... I think I want to do it with this, the Umbra Assault, and I want to make that cheap as well. Or I want to make the double the armor cheap. Or the Gem Trove. I'm going to make the Gem Trove just 2. I'm not sure that that's like the best value, but having one really strong card versus a couple of okay cards, I think you want the strong card. This run's going very well, though. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm very happy to be back. So I'm going to make this 4 wider to put the Alpha Boy in. And then I'm going to do the same mistake I did last time of like putting this guy here, so when I ascend this one, he doesn't get to feast. But that's fine, we'll have slightly more energy. The early lifesteal to give you that little bit of staying power is quite nice. Oh, he's got Incant. There's our vent. This is a bad one, though. How important is it to vent? I'm gonna put my Endless Boy up front instead. Oh, I just played that for no reason, and then he got to incant off of it. Do I ever feel like the dum-dum in this situation? And we're not doing an armor build, so I feel really bad about taking that 3-cost card. I need to vent these guys is the problem. Apply 8 stacks of armor. So you guys can't go upstairs. And I don't know, you guys can just be here for the future. One of them had an attack. They're killing my imp! Do those guys all get damage shield as well? Was it all units on all floors? Like, this guy's armor could be doubled, but I don't think that's a great play. And they have so much... This is not good. We can do 150 damage, but... Yikes, we have no minions to summon. We don't do that much damage yet. I don't know who I'm willing to even raise up. Like ascend a unit. But who? He had spell shield. I'm a freaking dum-dum. Oh man. This whole time I was not paying attention to the spell shield on the freaking things. Ah. Ah, that does not feel good. It doesn't even sound good. It sounds really not good, in fact. Can I draw more cards, please? Oh, come on. I can't forget every time that that guy's on this floor. I just don't have enough damage. I don't have any units to put up there because my units have not died. Now I have all these frickin' morsels. Not happy. I'm worried, in fact. Some of these guys have attack damage, so go ahead and do your worst. Oh, God, stop. Leave them alone. Leave Brittany alone. Vending for 18 is not enough. This whole top floor is a disaster. Do I die here? It looks like I'm gonna die. So I'm pretty sure this is not good. I just want to play cards so that we draw more cards. But you have Spell Shield. Gosh darn it! Doing damage to you doesn't matter because you're not going to get below a multiple of 60 or 30 because I'm now 1 energy shy. Oh, it feels bad. So they're gonna do like at least 24 damage, right? They're gonna do 18 damage or 24. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have like 2 health left on my pyre. And now if any of those guys get up there, which they will, I lose. Because I have no way of killing you. No. Oh, it was a good run, kids. It was a good run. It felt good. It felt strong. And then I got all messed up with... I just got all messed up, I guess. I just didn't have the attack damage. I mean, it was a boss, at least. It wasn't just one of the medium encounters, but... What a blast. What a game. What a good game, hey? Ugh. I can see a number of mistakes. Like, I didn't need the doubling armor card. I didn't need to call... Like, I could have had another train steward or 2 there. It would have been fine. I should have never put my main boss boy on the bottom floor. Always put him on the top floor, no matter what the situation is, so that you can feed the morsels to him. Always. But instead I got greedy and was like, well, I want these units on the bottom, and he takes a little bit more space. So we're learning. We learned a lot on that run. We had a lot of fun. It was kind of poggers for a little bit. It wasn't pog. It was just good. Anyways, thanks for sticking with it and listening to this monologue at the end. See you next time.